Welcome to the Miles Market Update. I'm Stewart Oldmeadow. I'm currently standing at the amazing family home at 34 Mount Street, Eaglemont, that we have for sale currently. If you haven't inspected this home, please do so. It is a wonderful offering into this hard to break into Eaglemont marketplace. Before we begin the update, I'd like to thank all of our clientele for their custom throughout late 2020 and into this 2021 market. What a journey it has been, not only across the real estate sector, but I think all sectors of business across Victoria and Australia. And it's wonderful to see the consumer confidence bouncing back the way it has. When we break it down into the residential sales market, the Melbourne auction clearance rate has been hovering at 80% and above week after week. We at Banyule have been stronger than that again, so it is really a strength of the market. The Melbourne median quarterly price has risen by 8.8%, which shows incredibly strong growth. When we have a look specifically at some of our suburbs across Banyule, Heidelberg Heights has had the greatest rise with 18.8%. Ivanhoe is at 11.3%. McLeod has done incredibly well at 17.6%. Rosanna, 10.7%. And Viewbank, 15.1%. So that shows you just how much this market has risen in this quarter alone. So those quarterly rises, what they're showing us is at auction week after week, we're consistently having multiple bidders, and we are pushing often, very often, into the emotional pricing. So if you are looking at either upsizing or downsizing, it's a wonderful time to do so because you've got great confidence that the market is certainly there and there are more buyers than sellers. So with that said, if you are thinking that you may want to sell throughout this year, well, I think you need to look at the next coming couple of months because the stock levels are incredibly low. There is talk across the industry, given that we've risen month after month after month, the highest that we have done in 33 years, that the market may in fact level out a little bit. Time will tell on that front, but if you are thinking of doing something again, maybe it is a time to capitalise on the low stock levels throughout July and August. So in short, the residential property market has never been stronger. We've certainly risen from where we were in 2017. We've had a rocky road in 18 and 19 and obviously in 20, but we've certainly left behind the 2017 numbers. So the bounce back at the market has been absolutely remarkable. On the residential property management side, well, it's been a remarkably busy couple of months on that front as well. And part of that has been the new implementation of all this new legislation, all these new laws that have come into place as of March 29. So all of our landlords would be well aware of them, likewise with our tenants, and compliance is an enormous task. So we're working through that, as is the entire industry at the moment. The vacancy rates across Melbourne have moved out a little bit, and it's interesting that the rental market and the sales market don't tend to run in the same time. So the Melbourne vacancy rates hovering around 6%, sometimes 6.5%. Traditionally, that had been 3.5%. Our vacancy rate at Miles has hovered between the 3.5% and 4% mark. So again, it does show you that the market has moved on that front. With this change in the market in mind, we've implemented a dedicated leasing team. So we've got a team of 4 that's job out there is really to find tenants for these properties. So we're very proud to introduce our leasing team, and there'll be some information going out to everybody with their details. So interestingly enough, the houses are in very strong demand and we're having multiple applications and sometimes well above the asking price. The apartments have been a little bit slower, but they're now starting to move again, which is great. On the commercial front, despite the post-COVID predictions, we have really enjoyed some very strong inquiry on both the sales and leasing side, particularly in the industrial sector, where the inquiry levels have been or are as strong as what we've experienced in the past decade. Again, with the limited number of stock we have found in the industrial sector, we've found that we've had multiple applications and multiple buyers on a number of those properties. Retail leasing remains reasonable, not quite the intensity of the industrial, but it's certainly a lot stronger than what the predictions were. Retail investments with solid leases in place continue to generate great results. We've enjoyed some very strong results locally in East Ivanhoe and in Upper Heidelberg Road, with both selling at around about $2 million with yields of 3.7 and 4.1% over the last couple of weeks. We have 9 sale campaigns leading up to 30 June, which again shows some very good activity in the industrial and commercial sector. So overall, that will show you that the property market has bounced back at a level that we didn't see coming. We weren't quite sure what was in front of us last year, so we'd like again to thank all of our loyal clientele. We appreciate and we don't take anything for granted on that front. Likewise, our amazing staff members at Miles, we couldn't be more proud of our staff and we couldn't do it without them. We've had a few challenges thrown at us and I think they have taken it all in their stride. So thank you very much for your custom. Thank you for watching. If you've got any further questions and we can assist in any way, shape or form, please do not hesitate to contact us at Miles Real Estate, and thank you again.